All right, let's talk about a book that has been a total game changer for almost a century. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. Today, we're cracking the code, boiling it down into the stuff you can actually use, like tonight. Let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? You're in a room, you're talking, you're trying to make a point, and it's like you're on mute. You're just not getting through. It's like you're invisible.
Or how about this one? You get sucked into those arguments that just go around and around in circles. They go nowhere, nobody wins, and honestly, everyone just ends up feeling worse. It is absolutely exhausting.
And then there are those moments, the cringy, awkward conversations where you just can't seem to connect. And you walk away thinking, oh, that could have gone a whole lot better. But maybe the worst one of all is this. You have a genuinely great idea. You share it, you're excited about it, and nothing. Just crickets. It feels like there's some secret code to connecting with people, and you just never got the memo. Well, guess what? Today, we're giving you the code. Okay, so let's start with the master key. This isn't just a simple tip. This is a huge mindset shift. It's the one big secret that once you really get it, changes every single conversation you'll ever have again. So here's the mistake pretty much all of us make, all the time. We go into a situation thinking about what we want, what we need to say, what we need to get. Carnegie's secret is to completely flip that around, 180 degrees. The real key to influence is to figure out what the other person wants and then show them how your idea helps them get it. That's it. That's the whole game right there. So, keeping that master key in mind, let's jump into level 1. These are the fundamentals, the absolute basics for making an immediate positive connection. This is how we build that charisma from the ground up. Forget all the complicated stuff. Carnegie breaks it down into 3 things that are so simple it's almost crazy. First, a real, genuine smile. It's not just being polite, it's like a universal sign that says, I'm friendly, and it immediately makes people relax. Second, use their name. It's like a little jolt that says, hey, I'm talking to you. And third, and this is the rarest one of all, just listen. Actually listen. That's your 3-second charisma boost. Smile, say their name, and listen. Carnegie really nailed it with this one. I mean, just think about it for a second. Your name is the sweetest sound. When you're in a crowded room and someone calls your name, it cuts right through the noise, doesn't it? Using someone's name isn't some cheap trick. It's a deep sign of respect. It tells them, I see you. You matter. Now, let's be really clear on what being a good listener actually means, because it's not just about shutting up. Most of us, when we listen, we're just waiting for our turn to talk. We're busy thinking of our brilliant comeback. A truly good listener is trying to genuinely understand. They're curious, and when you do that for someone, you make them feel incredibly important. All right, time for level 2. We've made a connection. People like us. Now what? How do we actually get them to see things our way? Well, the key here is persuasion, not a street fight. It's all about influencing people without ever starting an argument. This might be one of Carnegie's most famous ideas, and it messes with your head a little bit. You literally cannot win an argument. Why? Well, think about it. If you lose the argument, you lose. But what if you win? You've just embarrassed the other person, you've hurt their pride, so guess what? You still lose. An argument is always a lose-lose situation. The only real way to win is to not have one in the first place. So if we can't just say, you're wrong, what do? We change our language. We open a door instead of putting up a wall. Phrases like, I might be mistaken, but show some humility. It invites the other person to explore the idea with you, not against you. This isn't about being a pushover, it's about being smart. Okay, now this is the Jedi mind trick of persuasion, seriously. People will fight to the death to defend their own idea, but they'll push back hard on an idea that's forced on them. So the ultimate move is to just plant a seed. You guide the conversation, ask the right questions, and let them connect the dots. When they arrive at your conclusion, they'll think it was their brilliant idea all along, and they won't just agree with it, they'll champion it. And that brings us to the final level, the highest skill, leadership. This is way beyond just being liked or being persuasive. This is about inspiring real, actual change in people's behavior and doing it without making them feel defensive or resentful. Just look at this toolkit. It is a masterclass in how to lead. Instead of just barking orders, you ask questions. You make people part of the solution. Instead of pointing out their mistake, you talk about a similar mistake you made first. It totally changes the dynamic. And my personal favorite, Give them a fine reputation to live up to. Tell someone you trust them to handle it, and they will move heaven and earth to prove you right.
So, when we pull this all together, what have we actually learned? These aren't just random tips and tricks. When you combine them, they become something much bigger. They become a kind of social superpower. If you forget everything else from this, please burn this slide into your memory. Every single thing we've talked about, the smiling, the listening, avoiding arguments, it all comes down to satisfying these 4 basic human needs. People are desperate to be listened to be appreciated, to be respected, and to be understood. If you can give them that, their walls come down, their minds open up, and they'll want to connect with you. This, right here, is the heart of the code. The entire system is built on one incredibly powerful idea: shifting your focus from yourself to other people. It's a simple idea, but look, it's not always easy. It takes real practice, and you have to mean it. But now you have the principles. The code is yours. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?